Hey there, welcome to How Fix It. In this step-by-step tutorial, I'll show you how to replace the charging port on the iPhone 15 Pro. Before we start disassembling, let me show you the tools you'll need. Screwdriver set, plastic pry tools, suction cup, tweezers, screen disassembly tool, adhesive sealant tape, battery adhesive strips. I have included links to all the tools and spare parts in the video description below. I also advise using a magnetic mat throughout the disassembly process, especially for repairing a device like an iPhone. While disassembling, manage each screw's placement to ensure accurate reassembly. And you don't have to worry about the screws getting lost. They will all securely adhere to the magnetic mat. So, let's get started. Turn off your iPhone and proceed to remove the two screws located near the charging port. Use a hairdryer to heat the bottom edge of the iPhone for approximately 1 minute, ensuring that the screen becomes slightly hot to the touch. Fix the suction cup to the screen's bottom edge and pull it up. Insert the blade into the thin gap between the screen and the chassis. From this position, gradually begin to separate the screen. The gap between the screen and the iPhone chassis is really small and hard to pry, which is why I consider this screen disassembly tool the most effective for safely removing iPhone screens. The adhesive holding the screen is quite strong, and the opening procedure requires some time. If you can't create a gap, heat the screen even more and gently separate the adhesive until you make a sufficient gap to insert a plastic spudger. When opening the top of the iPhone case, avoid pushing the prying tool too deeply into the case to prevent damage to the components of the Face ID module. Open the screen with extreme caution. Make an effort to avoid sudden movements, because the screen is still connected to the main board. Abruptly separating the screen from the iPhone body can damage the screen cable. Remove the screws on the bracket securing the battery and display connectors. Remember, each screw has its place, so keep them organized for later reassembly. Use a plastic spudger to disconnect the battery cable. Next, disconnect the display cables and remove the screen. Now you can remove the loudspeaker. Remove the vibration motor. The battery is glued with adhesive strips to the rear case. Use tweezers to grab an adhesive strip and slowly pull it from underneath the battery. Keep the strip flat at the same angle and make an effort to pull it evenly across the entire strip. If the adhesive strip breaks off and remains under the battery, apply some isopropyl alcohol under the battery in the area where the adhesive strip is broken, and allow it to sit for a while. Then use a wide plastic spatula to gently pry up the battery and remove it. Remove the screws that secure the camera module. Disconnect the camera cables from the main board, and then you can safely remove the camera. Remove the earpiece speaker. Disconnect the Face ID cables from the main board. Now you can remove the Face ID module. Disconnect all the cables from the logic board. Take out the SIM card tray and slide the SIM card eject piston back into the housing. Remove the screws securing the logic board in place. Gently remove the iPhone logic board from its housing. Let's start removing the cable with the charging port. The cable is adhered to the iPhone case, so you'll need to heat it up with a hairdryer to detach it from the housing. In the video description, you'll find a link to purchase a new charging port for your iPhone.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Now that it's all back together, let's test your iPhone to ensure everything is functioning. If everything works fine, let's proceed with the final step of assembly and restoring water protection. Use adhesive strips to secure the battery to the case. Alternatively, you can use double-sided adhesive tape. However, I highly recommend using adhesive strips, as they are easier to remove in case you need to replace the battery again. Installing the battery into the iPhone housing, you should pay close attention to the battery cable connector. It should align and fit the socket on the main board. Remove old adhesive tape from your iPhone's case. Use isopropyl alcohol and a cotton swab to remove any remaining smaller bits of adhesive. Carefully align the edge of the adhesive tape with the iPhone case. Use a spudger to press all the adhesive into place and around the entire perimeter of your iPhone. Grab the small pull tab and peel the front liner from the adhesive. Press the display around the entire perimeter to secure its position. Then, fasten the last two screws located near the charging port. If you found this guide helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech tips and guides. Visit our website for more tech insights and do-it-yourself guides. Remember, every tech challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Well done, the repair is now complete. You were on How Fix It, and see you again next time.